The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds Aguilar over the middle. Give him 30 yards there.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Malcolm Smith from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10.
Back 22! Back 22!
But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Donnie Jones now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Michael Kendricks leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here we go now. Over. Back down, Philly. Here we go. Over.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And he's going to go down for a 4th time today, and this time the result is a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now Foles. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Foles. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Let's go on now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now. Barney. Barney. No. No. Check. Patriot.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And he rifles one incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Here's Foles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds Ajayi. Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, 66 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. Back to throw again. And incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start the drive with high, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but, hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
To throw on second down. Forced out to his left. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up. They still get...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Flushed and a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. And out now come the Eagles. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting the
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-9 now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And this is Selleck here with a grab. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They go play action here on first down. Complete here. It's Hyde. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 20. Five-yard line.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Completes it to Ajayi. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Back to throw now on first down. Ertz over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Here's Ajayi. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. He'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his tight end, Salek. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. They run with Ajayi, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 36. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Brent Salek from 21 yards away. And the Eagles get a score closer. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. First down. Buying time to his left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Kendricks able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Brandon Graham. He's the one to get in this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. And got his man complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now. Here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
He may try and run for this. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Check. All right, now look at this. Here we go. Watching now, Barney.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And some space here. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, this will be the 9th play on this drive. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Again, it's Hyde. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Here's Foles. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Foles. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back to throw again. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Back to throw here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right at the 10-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Reuben Foster picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And we'll get ready for the trek back to the city as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Oh, what a great city it is. We're going to have a blast tonight.